And welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Banjo and Kazooie. In the last episode, we went through Treasure Trove Cove, and we collected all the upgrades and extra stuff. We got all the collectibles in Treasure Trove Cove. We got all 100 notes, all 10 jiggies, both honeycomb pieces, and we got, not only that, the shock jump pad upgrade, which allows us to jump really high on certain platforms, as well as the flight pad, which allows us to fly with red feathers. Today's episode, we're going to be continuing through the second part of Gruntilda's lair after right here, this area. We have enough notes to actually progress to the next part of Gruntilda's lair, but we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be tackling a whole new world before we do anything else. First and foremost, you want to come to this room, and you want to use that new power that we just got last episode, the shock pad, and jump up here, because there is a picture right here we need to put our jiggies in. So let's go ahead and do so. I think if you push X, it just put... Was it X? I can't even remember. If you want to place all your pieces into the picture, just press the right trigger. Oh, it's right trigger. That's right. See, I'm so used to N64 controls. Xbox controller still confuses me. Even though I love the Xbox, still confuses me. Clanker's Cavern. That's the next level. We need to go... That's the next world we're going to, is Clanker's Cavern. Clanker's Cavern's kind of a very, it's our first water level, I'll put it that way. And water levels are kind of dangerous in Banjo-Kazooie, if you could not tell. Now, if you can come in here, I do believe there's something else in here we can go do real quick. We come down this pipe and jump out here and kill this monkey. If you think I'm rather soft, I'll be waiting in the loft. There is a pot right here. You've activated a magic cauldron. Find two of the same color to create a shortcut. So yeah, we found our next cauldron that we need to do, so just keep that in mind. It's right here. So this is kind of something we're going to find later, is the matching color. They're like a pair of socks, so you find our matching pair of cauldrons. But we need to actually jump on top of the pipe here and do a backflip to come up this way. This is the way that leads to our next world, Clanker's Cavern. First and foremost, the camera can work with me. The world's over there, but we can't get over there just yet. We actually, if I remember correctly, there's a button right here. This drains the water, or raises the water pipes up here. And we only got, I do believe, a timer. No, do we have a timer on this? No, I don't think so. Yeah, you can just jump on these and these just stay up. And that allows us to go into further Clanker's Cavern. There's another pipe up here, but we're going to be doing that later, so don't worry about it for right now. Let's just jump inside and go into Clanker's Cavern. Okay, Clanker's Cavern is a doozy of a world. Just one new move to find this time, but it's well hidden. Well, we're going to be finding it, Bottles. Clanker's Cavern isn't really a hard level. It really isn't. But it is our first water level, so we will be kind of dealing with Banjo-Kazooie's water mechanics. And this is a very... Do you mind me telling the story, Amber?
I guess not.
Okay. This is a level that she that she fondly remembers, kind of in the wrong way. These guys, there's monsters that come out of these holes right here. If you get too close, they'll come out and bite you. So what I usually do is I come up here right before I jump in front of it, and I just go ahead and start doing a rat-a-tat-tap. That just gets rid of them. And I just slipped off because the physics are kind of wonky. But this is a level that my wife remembers for all the wrong reasons. She, yeah, there's the Mr. Bitey dude. But she, already this level is kind of a nasty level. It's kind of like a sewage system. Lucky you, I'm an invulnerability feather. Bottles will tell you more. Alright, well, we'll learn that later. But this level is already kind of a sewage level. But there's one character in particular that my wife just has really bad memories of. And we're going to be meeting him in just a second. And the way that you meet him kind of is kind of spooky in a way, I guess the best way I could describe it. I'm going to go ahead and try not to fall off again. This is kind of where your platforming skills kind of get a little bit tested because, well, yeah, these slippery surfaces. I kind of have a hard time. I have really bad depth perception sometimes, especially in 3D games. So if you see me slip off a lot, that's just because, well, I'm just not very good at 3D platforming sometimes. I mean, if you ever think this is bad, you should see me play Mario 64. It's kind of tough for me. But yeah, I just kind of try to center myself every time I jump I make. Right behind this honeycomb hive is a Jinjo. A yellow Jinjo. So that's our first Jinjo in the world. This world's not really that big either, so just be mindful of that. We're only in the first room, but it kind of sprawls out into a big, like, open area. We'll be seeing in just a second. I'm just trying to collect all these collectibles before we go any further, because these ones are kind of hard to, easy to miss if you're not too paying enough attention. Now, at this point, we're gonna have to do our swimming, and here comes the part that kind of spooked my wife whenever she was younger playing this game. As soon as you come through this pipe, you are greeted with a big old fish. I am Clanker, which is garbage grinder Clanker, not like dirty water, fresh water. And when you're greeted to that big old shark face, yeah, I can see why you kind of had to. You didn't really like it very much growing up. Yeah. Clanker is not a bad character at all, though. He is a kind dude. I love Clanker. I kind of feel bad for him because he's just like you said, he's the garbage disposal for Gruntilda. So, anyways, we're going to be coming down here. We got to free Clanker. Clanker's kind of just trapped in the dirty water. He wants to come up to breathe. So, let's go do that first. This one is probably, I would say, probably the hardest Jiggy to get. What you need to do is, well, first and foremost, you want to kind of prepare yourself because you're going to be fighting against the water physics here. And as you can see, actually, let's go pick that up while I'm thinking about it. You guys can probably see that. There's a honeycomb piece right under this pipe. So if I can turn around, the camera would cooperate with me. And I'm not going to get stuck on the side there. There we go. There we go. So we got our first honeycomb piece. We only need one more to increase our health by one honeycomb piece. So we're close to getting another health upgrade. But what I usually do is right underneath Clanker, he's being tethered by a chain. So we're gonna swim all the way down to free him. Yeah. Be mindful because you have limited air. And this is kind of dangerous. As soon as you come down this hole, music kind of gets sinister too. I mean, you can kind of see it. But the goal is to simply go into this key 3 times. If I can turn around. There we go. Okay. And if you get low on air, there is a fish running around that is blowing bubbles. Just like in Sonic games, you want to grab the bubble to get more air. Hi, I'm Gloop. Grab my bubbles if you're low on air. So we kind of want to grab the air when we can. But we want to unlock Mr. Clanker here by swimming around in this key 3 times. I can kind of go back down and get the air bubble. There we go. You can kind of just do sharp turns, just circle around 3 times. If I can. Camera! I'd appreciate it if you worked today. But as soon as you do it 3 times, you'll unlock Mr. Clanker, and you get an achievement for it. You get free Clanker. And Clanker is now out of the dirty water. I mean, he's in the dirty water, but he can breathe now. Clanker has fresh air. You find reward on Clanker's back. Yeah, so we freed Clanker. So now he can go back to doing what he wants to be in fresh air. Before we leave, I kind of want to get all these collectibles, but I also want to refill on my air here because this is kind of nerve-wracking. This part's probably the hardest part in the level, to be perfectly honest. I hate having limited air on anything. But yeah, we want to kind of collect these collectibles. And I don't know if you guys can hear the music, but like in the original, I remember being down here at this part is kind of gets a little bit sinister, and it's really kind of mean. No, I shouldn't say mean, but it gets like really sinister, evil music. There's a Jinjo trap down in here. I don't know how Jinjos can breathe underwater. Man, Cavern, you're not working with me today. There we go. Okay. So I'm just gonna keep swimming down to get that last note here. Okay, come on. Come on, get it. Get it, get it, get it. Okay, I think there's one more note left. Ugh, missed it. I'm gonna be running out of air here soon. There we go. Now I think I got everything. Now I'm gonna make my way back to the top here. Swim, Kazooie! Swim! I think we got all the collectibles down there, so we are hopefully out of the clear here. There we go. Oh, goodness, that was nerve-wracking. I always hate that section. This section stinks. But that's okay. It's not as bad as, like, anything else in this game, but man, oh man, man alive, that's just nerve-wracking. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on Clanker's back here and get my reward. And we can do that by just doing a shock pad real quick and then just jumping over here. And then just double jumping over here and landing on his fin. Now you can kind of just back jump on here and immediately get on Talon Trot because this is kind of a slippery surface. But on top of... See what I'm talking about with depth perception? I literally think I'm on top of these dang things. Okay, so Clanker, there's Clanker right there. There's his face. Let's get on his back. Because there's Jiggy right here. We need to get that Jiggy. Okay, let's just turn around. Man, my depth perception, I'm really just proving my depth perception is absolute garbage. There we go, we got our first Jiggy. Bzzz, Clanker's teeth hurt now. Eat too much garbage. Help Clanker. I feel bad for Clanker. He's really not that bad of a guy. I really hate that he gets this reputation. He's an evil shark. He's not an evil shark at all. He just is a garbage disposal guy. But we can actually go inside Clanker, but I'm gonna save that for last. There's a lot of stuff in this room we want to get beforehand. First and foremost, let's jump over to this shock pad as soon as Clanker helps me out here. There we go. And attack that Mr. Green Slime dude and get an extra life here. But let's go ahead and use the shock pad to jump up this way. Here we go. And then we can grab these pipes here. Climb up. Get these eggs. And a Mumbo token. Ecom Ocom. I'm gonna jump down here because I think there's a... That's the thing, when you jump out of the water, you have kind of a gimp jump when you jump out of water. So just be mindful of that. Like, you could barely reach this platform. But, yeah, it's kind of it's just a pain in the butt. Alright, so... We're gonna be dealing with Clanker here in a second. I'm sorry, Clanker, I can't help you right now. I just want to get all the rest of the stuff before we go and actually help you. Alright, so... Now, first and foremost, let's get the other stuff that's in the outside of the room, because there's a bunch of stuff in the water, and I kind of want to just get that first. Get all the stuff in the room, you know? Alright, so we went that way with this shock pad. Let's go the other way. Get out of Talon Trot, Mr. Kazooie. Or Mrs. Kazooie, sorry. Climb this pipe here. And I hear, whoop, wherever he is. Where's Mr. Jinjo? Is he down here? Why, yes, he is. There's a Jinjo right there in this pipe here. As soon as you ground pound it, you can go down here. You can actually go down the pipe further, but we're not going to do that because I think all that's down there is eggs. And we want notes. Notes are more important. And as soon as that happens, because dummy me got out of Talontrod, that's okay. So as long as you hold both triggers on the Xbox controller, you should be able to keep being in Talontrod. And like the game said when we got Talontrod, you can climb any surface that's like somewhat steep with Talontrod. Not all surfaces, but most surfaces you can keep with Talontrod. But as soon as we jump over here, we ground pound here, and we get our second honeycomb piece of the level. And with that, we got another health extension. Yay! We got another health bar. So, we got an extra hit to add to our health bar here. So now we're going to jump up here. I think if you go climb Mr. Clanker's fin, or we can actually go over there. Let's actually do that first. Man, there's a lot of stuff you could do, or just in worlds in general in this game. This is why I like 3D collectathons, because you could just do anything you want, in any order that you like. And that's one thing I like about it. We jump up here, there's these windows, and if you're wondering how you can get around that, there's a simple solution what I usually do. I jump, and then double jump, and I just hug the wall, and that just helps me get around these windows here. Like that, and then you should be able to grab everything and not have to worry about, you know, falling down and all that other stuff. There we go. We got an extra life. And I'm just going to go ahead and fall in the water. This water's safe to fall in. I mean, not in real life, kids. Don't fall great surface if you think there's going to be water there. The impact of you hitting that water is going to break every bone in your body. But in video games, yeah, it's fine. Alright, so we're going to climb his fin with Talontrod here. And then jump over here. There we go. Got a bunch of red feathers here. I don't really need it. But we're going to go ahead and shoot an egg at these grates here. Jump over here. Get ourselves a jiggy. Do-do-do-do-do. That's 2. 8 more. But if we gonna just come over here and you just ground pound fall right here. I'm gonna attack that dude here. And I knew that grate was open. There's a monster inside. Sometimes you can hear pig noises too. Pig noises kind of indicate that there's a monster in there. So I just as soon as I just like go over to where he's at, I just immediately start a rat-a-tat-rap, and that's kind of how you beat him really easily. Okay, so I think that's everything here, but there's one more thing on Clanker that we can get. And we have to go over to where his blowhole is. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, this is our, like, for an introductory water level, this level's not that bad. It's just that one section where you have to free Clanker, at the, like, from the chain, that always is nerve-wracking. So, Clanker's got a blowhole here that just kind of just goes up, blows up a spike or something, or like a screw. You want to stand on top of it and get up here onto this platform over here. And then we're going to follow, very carefully, follow the trail of notes. If you can, adjust your camera to kind of see what's in front of you. Just take it slow. I always try to take it slow because, well, I'm not, like I said before, I'm not really good with 3D platformers. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and backflip here. We got ourselves our third Jiggy. Duh. And I think there's one more thing in this room, like the main room, before we go underwater. And I think it's over there. I think we got everything. Actually, I think we got everything. Well, I don't think so. I think we could go ahead. Wait, don't fall down. Ow! Ow! Landed on your face, Clanker. Sorry about that, buddy. Alright, so if we come over here, and I think we got the thing up there, but I'm just gonna double check just to make sure, because, you know, I'm like that. Yeah, there was just an egg up here. I thought I grabbed... my memory is just getting really bad. I thought I got there was something there. I forgot the Mumbo token was there already, and we got that earlier. But I think that's pretty much everything in the main area of Clanker's Cavern. Like, there's something else, but like the main, like up in the up above the surface part is cleared out, I think. So now we're gonna go take a dive into the yucky water and kind of explore down here. There's a bunch of holes in the wall here. We can kind of just follow the path, and it leads to collectibles. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this first one here. There's a Jinjo back here. Jinjo! And that just leads you back out to the main room. Every time that you do a lap around with something, I suggest going back and just refilling your air, just to, you know, just to be safe. And now we're gonna go do that room over there. That main room right there in the middle, that's the entrance. So just keep that in mind. So if we come down this way, it just leads us to a Mumbo token. Now we got 15 Mumbo tokens. Swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. That's just gonna be the, you know, the main theme of most of the Banjo-Kazooie levels, is especially with water. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Let's keep tapping the X button here. And we're gonna explore that hole over there, because that hole leads over to a grate, and you guys can probably see there's a Jiggy over there. I think this one just leads you over to the Jiggy. It's kind of a long path too, so just be very mindful of your air. The last thing you need is to kind of drown. Now, if your air meter does empty, and which it probably will for me, knowing my luck, you will lose life. And if you're playing the N64 version, that means that you have to go and collect all your notes again. Well, since we're playing the Xbox version, well, we don't have to worry about that. I'm probably actually going to drown here in a second, if I'm not too careful. Yeah, just got one more left, and this hole is just really long. Yeah, I'm about ready to drown. That's okay, it's gonna happen. So, well, at least we got the prize. We got the Jiggy. Just one new move. I know, bottles, we're gonna get it. Anyways, I'll meet you guys back in the main room.